Guys, this is just bad. Like, this is just terrible. Nigerian singer Simi is under hot water. She's under fire for a series of tweets she made suggesting that she might be an abuser, for lack of a better word, because I don't want to use the word pedophile, even though that is what most people are using currently. So, for those of you who don't know what is happening, let's just run up to date. The last few weeks, we've seen cases of young girls on Twitter coming out to say that they were raped by certain people. One of the major stories turned out to be true, and the other one turned out to be a lie. In fact, the one that got the most attention turned out to be a very big lie. However, it still did not stop the discussion around the topic of rape and how people should stop forcing themselves for women, stop abusing women, and stop raping women. And one of the people that were vocal during this conversation was Nigerian singer Simi, with over 10 million followers on social media. She expressed her thoughts and opinion, even saying that she knows many people around her who have been raped, and was specific to say that men should stop raping women. And just as this was going on, Twitter users dug into her past, went through a series of tweets that she had made over the years as far back as 2012, when she was probably in her 20s, and found multiple damning controversial tweets that she had made at the time she was working at her mother's school, at some daycare or so. And these tweets are horrifying. These tweets are implicating. There is no way around these tweets, because the truth of the matter is, when I first of all saw these tweets, my initial thought was, I don't see anything wrong. And that is because she's a woman, one, and it's Simi. She's a national treasure, until somebody commented, read this tweet as though it was a man posting it about a 4-year-old girl. And the thing about this tweet is that they are quite consistent. It's about 4-year-old, 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 4, like it's a lot of 4-year-old that is just making you see that this is not a one-off. This is not one tweet that she made. This seems like it's recurrent, and it's not just in 1 year or one period of time. She made a tweet about a 4-year-old having a crush on her around March of 2012. That same year, in October, she made another tweet referencing a 4-year-old. In 2015, that was the year she mentioned she wished her husband was 4 years old. And then there's another one in 2014. It's just seemed consistent over time, over a period of time. And that is why it is hard to believe that this is not a part of her. That's why it is hard to believe that this is not who she is. Had it been, it was just a one-off tweet of around a period of time, we can assume maybe she was trying to chase clouds. But it seemed like her obsession with 4-year-old did not end in 2013. And right now, this tweet is causing a lot of problems for her, because people are now dragging her, people are now calling her out. Although there are people calling for it to be wrapped up, there are people who actually are not seeing problem with this. And if you must know, the internet is currently divided on this topic of Simi's past tweets. Part of the reason why people are saying wrap it up was because they feel like the tweets were dug out just to get back at her for saying stop raping women. And that is true. That was what happened. But does that now mean the tweet should be ignored? Does that now mean on its own the tweets can't stand because it was dug out as malicious intent to just, get back at her? Personally, she's saying stop raping women is one thing. We agree. I don't think anybody's out here saying rape women. So she advocating is good. We agree. But in the process of advocating, she's being held accountable for perpetuating an environment that victimizes boys. And we know the abuse of young boys is a topic that doesn't get talked enough. And that is just something, is a topic that nobody goes into. Nobody talks about it as much as girls. And I think it's a problem, because in all series of her tweets, a 4-year-old boy happens to be the topic of discussion. And I don't know how many parents who would see this tweet of a teacher in the school where their 4-year-old attend and be okay with it. But she gets to get out of this because the school, from what we hear, belongs to her mom. So she is the principal's daughter. So even if she was reported on multiple occasions, she's not going to get fired. But here is the thing. Some users have pointed out that she is known to be well behaved. She is married. She's not a slut. She has created a very good girl image in our face. And that's sort of make it difficult for most people to see her in this light. That is why it's difficult for most people to hold her accountable, because she is the good girl that we all know and love. Beautiful voice, great talent, low-key, doesn't get in trouble, minds her business, stays in her marriage, not accused of cheating. Even when before she got married, she wasn't sleeping around or dating, she wasn't controversial. And because of that, many people are finding it difficult too. But some people feel that that could be the problem. That is the problem here. In as much as these tweets were done years ago, admittedly, even though she was into 4-year-old then, we believe by now she's not that person. Possibly. But we don't know. We do not know, because we don't even know her personal life. It's not indicating of anything, but these tweets are heavy due to the fact that if it was a man who posted this, even if he posted it 3,000 years ago, that man would suffer for it today. I agree that if it was a man who had made this series of tweets, let's say a celebrity who is happening right now, and people dig his Twitter and find this tweet, that person will lose his job. If the person is married with children, these tweets will be used against them in the courts to keep them from custody. They will be cancelled. They will be judged, insulted. There will be nobody even calling for him to be pardoned. And even when Simi addressed it, she still put her foot on the ground and said she had no perverted intentions. And she doesn't see a problem with it. That's left for her, she will not even delete it. That is her team that are deleting it. And this goes to show you how insensitive it is, because a man cannot get away with saying something like, oh, I had no perverted intention. Like, how does a man make a tweet about a 4-year-old and get away with it and come back and say there was no perverted intention? It doesn't happen for men. Men lose their life because of things like this. But she gets a pass because she has been a good girl before our very eyes on the TV and on the screen that we know her of. We don't know her personally. At the end of the day, what would this do for her? Is this going to destroy her career? Is this going to make her get fired or get dropped from her label? What will this do? Personally, she's already made it. She's already successful. She already has a music out there. I've not even heard anything new from her, but I think she has enough spotlight to not suffer too much. To be really nice and right for her to acknowledge the effects of this tweet and acknowledge how it looks. Her intentions may not be perverted like she claimed, and I agree, but she just have to acknowledge that this don't look good and acknowledge that truth. If a man did this, his life is over. And that acknowledgement would help us as a society discuss sexual abuse when it involves boys, because part of the reason why most boys who go through abuse are not saved or they don't get the same attention as a girl is because when women are the one doing the abuse, it gets shushed. No one talks about it. The reason why the abuse of boys don't get talked about enough is because when it is found out that it's a woman behind it, total silence. In fact, we are made to tell the male child to be lucky, to feel lucky. Oh, you're a man. Oh, wow, you did this. Damn. That is what it looks like for the male children. And that is why somebody like Simi can make this post, a young 24-year-old girl, make this post on Twitter and nobody calls her out. I mean, somebody responded and called her the name, but it didn't get the effect. It didn't get the effect it should have for her to stop. Because most people don't see it as anything. She didn't, clearly for her, when she made this post, she didn't see it as anything. Even till now, she said she won't delete it because she still don't see it as anything. Now, ask her if she took her son to a daycare and she goes and find out that the teacher tweeted this same tweet. Will she not take her child out of that class? Another reason why male children get really abused and no one talks about it, not just male children, children in general, is because parents or people who are here saying, wrap it up, give it up, let's move on, don't talk about it, leave Simi alone, it's because we trust her and we see her a certain way. And most children are being put in the hands of people that we trust, people we don't think they would ever do this to our children, people who are respectable, people with talent, people who are successful. Parents who trust their children in the hands of these people, and half the time is these same people who end up abusing the children. A mom or a dad will not go and give their child and keep in the care of somebody that has a bad record. Most of these abuses happen with aunties and uncles and people that the parents trust, or people that the children trust. And the trust is built out of respect for these abusers. They are always seen as big, grown, mature people, pastors, church people, reverend father, reverend sister. Oh, there's no way this reverend father is going to abuse my son or my daughter. There is no way this principal's daughter is going to abuse my child. There is no way this rich, successful musician who has millions of followers and who makes millions will ever do such a thing. This has always been a good girl. That is the mentality we are taking these tweets. And that is the mentality we hold towards people we trust our children to that end up abusing them. I feel like this conversation should just open our eyes to see that anyone is capable of abusing your child. Anyone is capable of being a pedophile. They know the right time for face. Somebody has made the statement like, oh, she does not have the tenacity of being a pedophile. Do you know her? You know her. Forget the music, forget the talent, forget the gift. You don't know her. And even if you know her, you may not know that this might most likely be something that is internalized, something that she is fighting, something that she is battling with, something that she has struggled with, something that she must have prayed and cast and binded out of her spirit. It could be. We need to start seeing celebrities or people we respect as human beings too. They are human beings like us with struggles. Maybe this could be one of the struggles. We don't know. It's deep and it's sensitive. But she made this tweet. She has acknowledged making this tweet. This tweet came out from her words, from her head, from her mouth, and most likely from real experience in real time with it happening. She wasn't making it up. Her parents did have a school where she goes to. So this happened. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. I just hope the only thing I personally want from this whole conversation is for more people to see that just because we adore someone's success, just because someone is successful, they pose a good boy, good girl image, they are doing well for themselves, does not mean they are not capable of doing some of the most vile things you could ever imagine. Just let that sink in. I'm not saying Simi is a terrible person or she's a horrible human being. I don't know her, but this tweet from somebody we adore, who is a national treasure, proves to you that anyone is capable of these thoughts. Anyone is capable of these thoughts. And maybe people in our circle will look at her and be like, yeah, I know you're a good artist and you're a talented singer and you're a role model, but I may not trust you with my 4-year-old son from now onwards. And it's valid. It's valid. It's valid. People are like, oh, has she ever done anything? Do we have any evidence that she did anything to... Well, this is evidence enough. We don't want to wait for a video footage to show it first. Because nobody will keep that in record if they ever did it.